When you look at websites, you'll see that often on a lot of websites the text is quite simple. You don't want to be spending a lot of time producing hundreds and hundreds of different types of coloured, size and positions, types of text. It makes the website look messy anyway. So often you'll have that there's just one or two styles that are given to the website. If you want to add more styles to it, if there's a really good reason why you want to, then you can start defining. So that's a heading and a paragraph I've used there. I'm just going to call that T2, text 2. Providing you're using a name that's not used anywhere else, then I can say, well, I'd like that to be, got that down there, I'm going to have that in green. I'm going to keep it as, so you can change it to Arial, because I'm going to put this down below, so I'm going to change that to Arial, and I'm going to leave the size as 30. So what I want to do is make the first letter of each line bigger and a different colour, so it stands out. So the first letter of each line stands out. So I've now defined T2 as being green, Arial and 30, and I want it just to affect just the first letter of each line. So if I go down here, that says make it a paragraph, that's okay, and I want to say, well, actually I want to override that just for one letter, so I'm going to put in the T2, so it's only for one letter, so on the other side of the letter, and I want to tell it to stop being T2. Okay, and it's actually sort of trying to guess what I want to do. It isn't that, I want it to stop being T2. So start the paragraph, but then immediately change it from the paragraph style to style T2, which is green, Arial 30. Write the letter H, then stop being T2. Now, often these are called cascading style sheets. So we've turned paragraph on, and then turned T2 on, and then turned T2 off. So that means that paragraph is switched on. So I don't need to turn paragraph back on again. It's a slightly odd way of thinking. Sort of, they stack up one on top of the other. So to get rid of paragraph here, I'd have to put a paragraph close, otherwise it'll just default back to the first one. So that is a slightly complicated way of thinking about it. So changing text a lot can be quite interesting. So if I refresh that, the first H of Humpty has become a capital, and I can do the same thing down here. So Humpty Dumpty had a great fall, I put that in, I want that to become T2, and it's directly after the H, I want it to stop being, let's try to guess again, T2, refresh that, and we've got the second one. Now notice it increases the spacing because of course the line spacing is defined by the biggest letter on the line. So I could go all the way down and change all of those. So style statements, you can define the style of things like headings and paragraphs, or invent your own style for something. But you really don't want to go mad. You don't want hundreds and hundreds of styles on any web page, because it does get quite confusing with the text. And if you make a mistake and then try and work out exactly what's going on, because of the way it cascades, it can be quite difficult. And real websites, if you look at real websites, they actually do use very few different texts on the pages.